The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 597 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the red edition of the Pomegranates from Organic Playing Cards. So, no further ado, take a look and see what we'll get. So as you can see, it's more of a satiny finish tuck box here, like in between of a matte and a glossy. It's still a little bit glossy, but it also has that little matte touch to it. And you can tell it's in a red finish tuck box. There was that kind of sliced in half pomegranate, so you can see the seeds on the inside here. And there's two additions. There's a yellow and a red. I'm pretty sure those are the colors here. And the tuck boxes are different on each here, like the seeds are in a different pattern on each of them. There's like the empty ones here would be the filled ones on the other one, and these ones would be the empty ones on the other one. There. And then those sides of the tuck box are that kind of pomegranate kind of red there. On the bottom here, you got your information. A little bit hard to see. But if I do that, you can see it has the OPC logo, their website, and these are from 2022 first edition. They're out of 1,500, designed by Organic Playing Cards, distributed by Waffle Shuffle, made in Taiwan, so it has a different stock finish than the regular air cushion finish. And then on the back here, it says you got the little fruit stickers here, and it says OPC pomegranates. I got number 417 of 1,500. That's the number that I chose to open. And then we got the little sticker here indicating what color you have, I'm pretty sure. There. And we got the blue with the red there. It says OPC pomegranate. You got a QR code and a little number there. And then on the top here, it says pomegranates. And then there's no seal for the cards there. There's the tuck flap, and the inner tuck flap is that kind of pomegranate kind of red there. The cards out of the box. Inside the tuck box, there's just that kind of pomegranate red as well. Nothing too crazy in there. But now I'd like to look at that tuck box. Time to look at the cards. And as always, we'll start with the back sign. Here, I've got that classic OPC style there, where it says the pomegranates there. Mirrored on the back side, you got this nice kind of cream color with a little bit of a thin red border going around. And then you got that standard white border. A pretty nice design. I like the kind of colorway there. And then you flip it over, same design in both directions. But now for the cards. Here we start with the first Joker. It says Joker, Joker there. And you got the pomegranate seeds there. And then you got I guess the cards might be upside down. There. And then you got a second Joker here. It says Joker, Joker. Then you kind of got some kind of like paint splatter or pomegranate juice or something. But it has that little 10 of hearts reveal. Then you got that custom Ace of Spades there, where the spade there is a pomegranate in the shape of a spade. It says pomegranates there. Then you got, looks like you got slightly custom colorway for the spades here. Looks like a darker red kind of colorway. And you can see that there. A little bit of a darker, it's a little bit hard to see, but like a darker red. They're about pretty standard suits. And then you got like the pomegranate kind of juice splatter on the cards there. So each of the cards have that custom kind of little splatter. But otherwise, the cards are pretty standard. They're just a custom colorway. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King. And as always, you got little pomegranate kind of Easter eggs on each of the court cards. And they're a custom red and tan kind of colorway. And the Jack here is drinking like a little pomegranate smoothie. The Queen has like some pomegranate like yogurt. And the King here has like the pomegranate, a basket of pomegranates. And you got that kind of still paint, that little juice kind of splatter on the cards. And then you got the custom tan kind of colorway for the heart diamonds here. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds. Once again, that custom colorway. And the Jack here has like, is squeezing some pomegranates there in the juice. The Queen here has some like salad with pomegranate like syrup on it. And then you got the King here with some pomegranate like trees. And then the King here has a pomegranate like sapling kind of tree there. The Queen here has that pomegranate pie. And then the Jack here has the pomegranates like juice powder. And then that custom colorway once again. And then you got the darker red kind of colorway for the clubs here. Pretty standard clubs with that kind of little juice kind of splatter on each of the cards. And then lastly, we got the hearts here. Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. Once again, that kind of tan colorway for the hearts there. And that custom colorway for the court cards. And then you got the King here eating like a pomegranate with a spoon there. You got the Queen here with like some pomegranate juice there. And then you got the Jack here just eating this pomegranate slices. And then you got that custom tan color, which I mentioned. There was the paint, like the juice kind of splatter there. And there's no extra cards in the deck, I guess, because we just ended there. Usually there's like 2 extra cards, but there's nothing in the box there. And we only got the 2 jokers here, so I didn't see any extra cards there. But now time to test the handling. And these are made in Taiwan, because it said on the bottom of the tuck box, made in Taiwan, so they have a little bit of a different stock and finish to it. There. Like I say, straight out of the box, they feel pretty nice. They got some nice pop to the springs there. Nice springy springs. And they fan pretty nice. There, a little bit of a softer kind of like fan to it. There, but still pretty nice. I definitely can tell like the difference in the handling and stuff. It's a little bit different, and they feel slightly different. But as always, they still handle pretty nicely. There's not like too many differences with the cards there, but like there's a few, but like overall they handle pretty much the same. Yeah. And they got some nice giant fans as always there. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite OPC decks that I've opened in a while. I love that kind of like colorway with the back design there with the red and that kind of tan. There's like something about it. I just really like the colorway. And then you got the custom faces here. You got the custom diamonds and the hearts in that tan colorway. And all the cards have that kind of like juice kind of splatter on each card. They're not in the same spots either. It's pretty nice. And you got the spades and the clubs with that dark red colorway. And you got the custom court cards with that custom colorway. And all little pomegranate kind of Easter eggs on each of the cards there. So as always, OPC has made another fantastic deck there. And there is another colorway of these cards. I'm curious to open them and see what they are like. So at some point I'll review those there in the near future. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 597 of a daily deck review. And this has been, my guess is the red edition of the Pomegranates from Organic Playing Cards. And I'm the Canadian Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.